Hey class, so today's lesson is on parallel lines and transversals. Okay, so oopsie, that's not what I wanted. Parallel lines are two or more lines that are the same distance apart and will never, ever intersect. Okay, so never intersect and same distance apart. Okay, these parallel lines have the same slope. A transversal is a line that intersects two or more other lines. When parallel lines are intersected by transversal, a variety of angle relationships are created that can help us determine the measure of missing angles in a diagram. Okay, so looking here, we have a transversal. Okay, so that's this line right here. Oops. Okay. And then we have our parallel lines. Okay, this one and this one. Okay, so alternate interior angles. Number one. So alternate interior angles is also known as the Z pattern. Okay, and I'm going to do this in yellow. So Z pattern. Okay, so it could look like this. Okay, that was it. Oh man, this is so annoying. Sorry. Okay, so when you look at the Z pattern, okay, we have angle 3 and angle 6 are the same. Okay, so angle 3 equals angle 6. You could also do a backwards Z pattern. Okay, so you go the other way, and it would mean that angle 4 equals angle 5. Okay, angle 4 equals angle 5 if you did it backwards. And I'll just show you this way. Here, here, here. So angle 5 and angle 4. Okay, next one. Same side interior angles is also known as the C pattern. Okay, let's do this in the blue. Okay, so a C pattern could look like this. Okay, and that means that angle 4 and angle 6 are the same. So angle 4, or not the same, sorry, angle 4 plus angle 6, they equal 180 degrees. Okay, and you could also do it backwards. A C pattern could be this way. And that means angle 3 and angle 5 could equal 180 degrees. Okay, next one, alternate angles. So 7 and 2, which means that angle 7 equals angle 2, and that's these right here, the alternate exterior angles. Okay, so here and here. Okay, then we have the same side exterior angle, which would be angle 7 plus angle 1 equals 180 degrees. Let's write this down. Angle 7 plus angle 1 equals 180 degrees. And then the last one, we have corresponding angles, and that one is represented by the F pattern. And that looks like this. Let's use last little color. Oops, that's not the highlighting one. Okay, so the F pattern, so that could look like this. I go this way, and that means angle 4 and angle 8. Angle 4 equals angle 8. You could also do a backwards F, going this way, and then 3 and 7 would be the same. Or you could go this way, another F here and upside down. So angle 2 and angle 6 would be the same. Okay, so you got to look for all these different patterns. But once you can see them, it makes it a lot easier, and then it's kind of fun. Okay, so let's do some examples together. The first one, let's do here. If I look at, I'm going to highlight this here, down, and over. You guys see the Z pattern? That means if this is 65, that means X is 65. Okay, 65 degrees. And that is the Z pattern. Okay, B. If I look at B, I can go like this. Okay, do you guys see the C pattern right there? Okay, so that means that this angle plus this angle equals 180 degrees. So I'm going to write C pattern. So I guess I don't need this sign yet. So the two of them equal 180 degrees. So if I do 180 degrees and I subtract 114, I get 66 degrees. So that means angle X equals 66 degrees. Oh, let me put a little angle sign in there. Okay, C. Okay, what if I did this? Anyone see an F pattern? Okay, that means if this is 106, then angle X is 106. So I'm going to write F pattern. And angle X equals 106 degrees. Okay? Now remember, the only way that you can do these is if you have two parallel lines. Okay? So we have the parallel lines, parallel, 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 parallel. And you can tell because they have the arrows on them, they're never ever going to touch. And then we have the transversal line. Okay? And that cuts two parallel lines. Okay? So just make sure you're always looking for that. So this last one, if I look here at D, excuse me, okay, I have a supplementary angle, okay? So if we look, this straight line is 180 degrees. So if this little chunk is 55, that means 180 minus 55 equals 125 degrees. So angle X equals 125 degrees. Okay, and this is supplementary. Okay, so a straight line. Next, E. So now they're trying to trick you, okay? But we still have the C pattern, okay? So just remember that the C pattern still has to add up to 180 degrees. So I'm just going to put up here C, C pattern. So we have 118 plus 6x plus 2 equals 180 degrees. So now we can collect our like terms. So I'm going to have the, we'll keep the variable on this side because it's positive, and then we're going to move everything else over to the other side, okay? So I'm going to have 6 x equals. On the left side, the right side, I already have 180. Then I'm going to subtract 118, and then I'm going to subtract the 2. Okay? So 6x equals, so if you have 180 minus 118 minus 2, that leaves you with 60. And in order to solve for x, you have to divide by the number in front of x, so we divide by 6. If you do it on one side, you do it to the other. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 60 divided by 6 is 10. So now we know that x is 10 degrees. So up here, I'm going to have 6 times 10 instead of 6x. So 6 times 10 plus 2. So 6 times 10 is 60. 60 plus 2 gives me 62 degrees. Next one, F. I'll use a different color just because it might be getting close. So here, down, and over. You guys see that Z pattern? So that means that these two are equal. So let's fill it in. We have 8x plus 43 equals 123. So now we're going to collect our like terms. So I'm going to move this 43 over to the other side. So I'm left with 8x equals 123. That positive 43 turns into a negative 43. So now we have 8x equals 123 minus 43 gives us 80. And now we have to solve for x. We have to divide both sides by 8. And then x equals 10. So now we can solve for this angle right here. Okay, so it's going to be 8 times 10 plus 43. And 8 times 10 is 80. 80 plus 43 gives us 123 degrees. Okay, 2 more. So next one, if we look here, we have an F pattern, okay? So that means these two angles are the same. So we're going to set it up. Actually, I'll use black to write, just so we can tell the difference. Oh, that did not go to black. Whatever. 10x equals 70. Okay? So in order to solve, we have to divide by 10, and then x equals 7. So if we were to try to figure out this angle right here, it's 10 times 7, and that gives us 70 degrees. And this right here is 70 degrees, so you know we did it right. Okay? So just a little reminder here, this was the Z pattern up top. This one was the F pattern. Okay? And then last one out here, we have, I'll use this color, this angle and this angle are called alternate exterior angles. Okay, so that means these two angles are equal. So to solve it, we're going to start by saying x plus 78 equals the other one, 3x minus 2. And now we collect our like terms. So I'm going to keep my x's on this side. I'm going to bring this positive x over to make it a negative x. And then on the left side, I have 78 plus 2. Well, 78 plus 2 gives me 80. 3x minus x gives me 2x. And then to solve for x, I divide by 2. And then 40 equals x. And now I can fill this in. So I was trying to keep this all in one video, so I just filled it in. So this angle, 3 times 40 minus 2 gives us 118. And the bottom one here is 40 plus 78 gives us 118. And you're done.